prison for 33 years now for believing in the independence of Puerto Rico, for being an activist, for struggling for his people. We enjoy days like today because people like Oscar struggled for us. We're able to wave a flag and take over city parks for a day because people like Oscar struggled for us. And so I'm from Chicago, and in Chicago, like many communities of color across the United States, grapple with different issues, right? We grapple with issues like alcoholism, drug abuse, violence, domestic violence, and we deal with things like educational systems that don't teach Puerto Ricans their own history. And we have that problem, right? How many of us have went into a history class and actually learned about our history? Not many, right? So when I look at my own reality, I think about, how do I solve some of these issues? What can I do to help my people the way Oscar did? And so I ask myself, what would Oscar say? So in the name of Julia de Burgos, I'm going to perform a spoken word poem dedicated to Oscar, and it's called What Would Oscar Say? He sits in a history class but doesn't get a history lesson about his people and how they were treated less than. He will always be seen as the savage, the ultimate predator, while his book glamorizes the famous oppressor. You see, he feels pressure to make all the wrong moves, and now violence has become his form of abuse. I don't even know how to help him or even give him hope. He has self-destructed and coped with dope. With the lack of love for himself, he doesn't trust the love of anyone else. So I ask myself, what would Oscar say? Oscar would say he is a product of colonial aggression, that he has been beat up and made empty by the cycle of oppression. And our people need love. Our people have been raped, pushed over, and shoved, and it must stop. We must pick up our women, nurture our children, and show our youth there's no need to be afraid of the cops, you see. He is just another example of what this system has done to our people. And this system will continue if we can't treat them like our equal. And what about the girl who drinks every day? I ask myself, what would Oscar say? Oscar would say that alcohol has become her form of escape, that she drinks her dreams away because she has a lack of faith. And we must assume responsibility for removing the bottle from her hand, because another sister dying is destroying our land, you see. She is beautiful, and she has the ability to move masses, but it's not going to happen if liquor continues to fill her glasses. And now, she's in the mirror trying to cover it, right? Because this is the second time he blacked her eye. And now if her parents gonna see her like this, you know her mama gonna say something and daddy gonna trip because she's too beautiful to be stuck in this mess, to be waking up with bruises all around her chest. Now she's steady to a victim of his rage, and she's feeling all alone because she's stuck in a cage. And she's tired of being treated this way, so she asks herself, what would Oscar say? Oscar would say that these have been the conditions since the beginning of our colonial time. In order to move forward, we must educate our brothers and sisters to overcome these conditions. Men must treat women as their equals, and women must be willing not to be treated less than. You see, violence in our home has become a tradition, like Sunday family dinners and hanging in the kitchen, but we have the ability to change this, to create a new form of thinking. Now let's start by unlinking the chains of repetition. See, Oscar has inspired who we are and the trajectory of our future. And I wrote this just for him. Siempre en la lucha. Boricua! Who does the mic go to? Alright, where my Boricuas at? Scream loud if you're proud to be Puerto Ricans. Now, National Boricua has campaign members who are all over the park with clipboards. If you have a clipboard, please wave the clipboard. I want everyone to sign a petition, because we wouldn't be here today. We wouldn't be celebrating the things we're celebrating. We wouldn't wave that flag so proudly if people like Oscar didn't struggle for us. And now he needs us, so let's pay him back. All right, you guys have a beautiful day. Thank you.
Thank you, Jessie. Okay, now